Thursday, June 27th, day 337, and today has been kind of weird. Oh, I can't get that on camera. It's got a real nice after sunset sky out there. But today has been kind of weird. I woke up feeling nauseous and headaches, and I think I've had kind of side effects from the whole fear episode yesterday, and it kind of hung over me like some kind of dark cloud for a lot of the day. But finally I got around to going outside, getting some fresh air, just anything, and eating unhealthy, because somewhere in my mind I've got this idea that I've been striving too hard and being too disciplined and too hard on myself, because I'm also trying to more or less diet and planning on exercise, and now that my allergies are clearing up, stuff like that, that maybe I've just been too hard on myself and I needed to give my body a breather or something. And it's nothing extravagant, just afforded myself nice big sloppy ice cream milkshake, stuff like that. Not a big deal, but just feeling like I had to recover. And when I finally got home, I started to look at something for combating that fear episode yesterday, because I could feel that it was not a one-timer. I think the worst was yesterday, but I'm pretty sure something like it could come again. And there is a technique I teach to people who have fear of exams, and it's basically for irrational fear of anything, but it has a problem. The problem is that you actually need to be afraid of something concrete. Like the idea of going into an exam needs to fill you with dread, it needs to fill you with fear. And I'm not filled with fear at the idea of making the videos. I like the idea of making the videos. I love the idea of trying to spread something that can help people, and I like the idea of, not that I really love the idea of my mug getting out everywhere, but I like the idea of basically I'm teaching to the camera, and I like the idea of that. So there's nothing that I really fear, but fear just comes on its own, kind of invades my body or something. So what could I make fun of? I couldn't really make fun of anything, so I kind of tried to turn it a bit on its head and just started the camera rolling and acted like a moron in front of it. Like that. Literally. I'm not making fun of it now. Like, physics, boom. Acting like a clown, like a complete moron. And kind of making fun of the entire situation, because if there's nothing specific to make fun of, then you just go broad. Make fun of everything, make everything seem idiotic. And I think it kind of worked, because then I actually went over from that and directly over to making the English version, but it wasn't a good version, because the first part of it is kind of, and I forgot a couple of points and stuff like that, but I made it, and it didn't give me that feeling of fear. So I guess I've found, if not a solution, at least a method. And then I wasted a couple of hours insisting that I would see the full part 1 and part 2 of, I think, 3 parts. The third part is not done yet, of Atlas Shrugged. Let's for simplicity call it the movies based on Ayn Rand's book Atlas Shrugged, which is basically, I think after reading a bit about it, it's been taken out of context by a lot of its supposed fans, but at least today it's seen as a kind of love letter or propaganda tool for petty capitalism, not the real sharp capitalism, not the original capitalistic ideals or anything, just petty capitalism. Just like, I don't want an interference when I'm making money. And I couldn't even get angry at I wouldn't get angry at the movie for being a propaganda tool. I mean, I enjoy The Day After Tomorrow, and that's a propaganda movie for the other, not the other side. That would be something communist. But for environmental something, it's propaganda. It takes some basic concepts and pull them completely out of perspective. But the movie was just so horribly made. Both movies were. The first one was bad, the other one was worse. But just no story structure, the characters were paper thin, no nothing. I think it's sad when people supporting something ludicrous cannot even pull themselves together enough to make a decent propaganda movie. It's sad. But I'd probably have seen the third one too, because I started it and forced myself to continue. I'd probably have seen the third one as well if I had it. But apparently it's supposed to come out in 2014 or something. So I wasted a bit of time there. But other than that, well, I seem to have found something to use to get moving on the filming. So I hope that tomorrow I can do something about that. And I think that's about it. There are some couple of other weird things about the whole Greenland situation, but I don't have the strength for that right now.